Good morning to one and all present here. This is Darageshwari, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Electrical and Electronics in Mohammad Sadak AJ College of Engineering, Chennai. On behalf of Mohammad Sadak AJ College of Engineering and Mohammad Sadak Engineering College, Kilakarai, I welcome all the participants for today's international webinar on Agri Entrepreneurship Drone. I find immense pleasure in introducing our honorable resource persons, Mr. Balaji Varadan, founder and CEO, Asimov Global Technologies, and Mr. Balaji Marisamy, co-founder and COO, Asimov Global Technologies. It's a pleasure to have you both for this webinar, sir. Now I request you to take over the session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome. Yeah, Venkat, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
You can. Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, good morning, guys. So, I hope everyone is safe from COVID. And today we can talk about the future of unmanned air vehicle and agriculture. So, first I will introduce about ourselves. Asimo, who is the Asimo Global Technology and what we are doing. Uh, English, English, are you?
Yes, sir. You can continue, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. No, I'm hearing some noises. Can you mute everyone and at end of the session in the Q&A session we can open.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I will mute all the mics.
Okay. So now I will introduce ourselves about the Aximo Global Technologies. So what we are doing in Aximo Global Technologies, we are doing the, I hope everyone knows about the innovation lab. So previously in our schools we have biology lab, chemistry lab, physics lab and computer lab. But nowadays the government is initiating the innovation lab. Okay, so what is innovation lab? So innovation lab contains the latest technologies like drone, robotics, IoT, AI, 3D printing, and neuromodeling. So those are all you have in the innovation labs. I think who are all studying the college, they don't experience that. But now the government is initiating in after 5 years, it comes to the syllabus for the plus one and plus two very soon. So now the government is initiating the lab setup in the all the schools by the Atal Tinkering Lab. So that is very important to the college students also because you missed that opportunity to study in the innovation lab. But in Mohammed Sadat, like colleges like prestigious college, they are starting the innovation labs and center of excellence. They are initiating them much more. And so we are tied with the Mohammed Sadaf and we are doing the center of excellence for the drone in Mohammed Sadaf College. Okay. So now we doing the training and development, research and development, product and development, and innovation lab setup for we are tied with the central government and we are doing the lab setup. We are the vendor for the Tamil Nadu and we do the colleges with the center of excellence, diploma courses, short-term courses, and we do the aero show also. So these are all Asimo Global Technologies will do. Usually we concentrate with the colleges, with the college, research and development and product and development. Next, okay. Now we start from the origin of UAV. So usually everyone hear about the drone, right? But technically we call this UAV. What is UAV? UAV is the unmanned aerial vehicle. So unmanned aerial vehicle is the proper drone actually. So when it is invented, if you ask when it is invented, there is a no origin, exact origin when it is who invented, like that there is no. Uh, so although the many countries tried to build a successful drone, but Israel is the first country to deploy the perfectly designed drone in the 1982 war with the Lebanon. Okay. So Israel only developed the first proper drone. The previously the Britain, like America, companies are tried, but they are not perfectly built. But Israel is the first country, and Israel uh, in the next 2 years they got the opportunities from the US for the production of UAV. But now the Israel is the leading drone developer, like Japan. So when it comes to robot, we used to say Japan is the leading country. Likewise, we can say Israel is the leading country for the drone production. This is how the UAV started. So, okay, why they used drone in war? First, they started because Israel is a small country, so they have a very less human resource. So they started using the unmanned aerial vehicle. So it starts from the war only drone. The next types of UAV. So basically, there are two types. One is the fixed wing, and another is the rotary wing. Okay, the fixed wing you can see in the picture. Uh, the first one, and second one you can see in the rotary wing. Usually, there are in rotary wing there is the other name: bicopter, tricopter, quadcopter, pentacopter, hexacopter, octocopter. Like that we used to call. So it depends on the wing. Wedding shooting spot, some other we used to see. Those are all the quadcopter. So it contains the four wings. So next we can see about the basic how the drone is we can build. So I can tell about the basic components, required components for the drone assembly. The first thing is the flight controller. The flight controller only it controls the entire drone. It's like a brain. The flight controller is called a brain. There are lots of flight controller available in the market, like CCTV, NASA. Like that, there are a lot of controllers. And next is the ESC. ESC is the electronic speed controller. So what it will do is basically next you seeing the picture in the BLDC, brushless DC motors, right? So what it will basically do means it will send the proper current to the motor, drive controller to motor. So this is the ESC will do. Next, we can say about the quadcopter frame. This is the quadcopter frame. You can see here four wings and batteries and propellers. So, how it will we are communicating? We are communicating through the remote control. Generally we say remote control, right? But usually we call this radio frequency transmitter or transmitter. Simply we call this transmitter. Uh, that is the actual technical term, and it has a receiver. The receiver, we install the receiver in the drone. So the signal comes from the transmitter to receiver. So then receiver to flight controller. So flight controller to it will supply the current basically to the wings. Uh, AC will control the current. Okay. Next, everyone has that questions. How usually the drone is flying? Uh, if simple word we can say that thrust. Thrust means it's a pulling the air from downwards to upward. That is the thrust. So it depends on the thrust, it will fly. So there is a basic thing I'm telling. The quadcopter, it has four wings, right? So in the four wings, two wing will rotate on the clockwise and another two wing will rotate on the anti-clockwise. So you can see here. So clockwise, anti-clockwise, clockwise, anti-clockwise, like that only. Why it is spinning like this? Then only it will stand stably. So all the four wings, if suppose rotate in the same direction, what will happen? It starts spinning. Okay. So if it is in a opposite direction, then only it will stand stable. These are all the basic idea. And how it will fly? It flies if you want to fly on right side, you have to reduce the speed on the other two sides. So then it will start come to the like vertical. It will come vertical and it will start flying. So these are the basic ideas. Applications of drone. So nowadays we are all know that the drone how we are applying. There are all industries we are applying. It starts from military actually. Drone we started using in the military, but now it is extending to the all the area, all the industries, like medical, aerial photography, surveillance, shipping and delivery, geographic mapping, disaster management, agriculture, etc. etc. So it's all going. So these are developing in all the industries. So medical, if you see in medical, they started using for supplying the medicines. We started the drone. So aerial photography. So aerial photography now there are a lot of opportunities for the drone pilot in aerial photography. How in mine industries, the infrastructures, constructions, even though in rail industries, they started using the aerial photographies to watch for the surveillance purpose. So they started using that. Next, in shipping delivery, we all know that the Amazon is working for that. In US, they started delivery in the store, but as of now, it's banned. But again, they will start in India also. Uh, they are talking about that with our government for initiating the like Swiggy and Amazon. They are waiting for the permission from our government side for the drone delivery. Next, the geographic mapping, as I said, they're using for the mining and infrastructure and disaster management. In disaster management, so if there is earthquake is happened or anything, cyclone, whatever has happened, so to watch immediately or in forest, uh, they uh, want to know what is happened exactly. They started using the drone. In agriculture, there is a way of it. So I will end up with talk about it. And search rescue. Uh, Someone is means we started using the drone in forest. So wildlife monitoring. So wildlife monitoring, I can tell you an example. Actually, one student was built. The tiger count is reducing right in India. In India, tiger that dramatically is reducing its count. So government want to watch that if there is 100 tigers, they want to watch 100 tigers. So how they can watch it? So one student built that GPS tracker drone with the tiger. So they will build the GPS tracker in tiger neck. So the drone, if there is something has happened to tiger, someone is hunting or if tiger is stuck somewhere, something is like happened, anything happened to the tiger, immediately the intimation comes to the drone. So drone started flying towards the tiger. So the forest ranger will come to know that what is happening to the tiger. Vendesh, Vendesh,
Yes, sir.
yeah, are you able to hear me?
We could hear a certain
Is,
disturbances in the mic, I think so. In your mic.
okay. Uh,
Oh,
I don't have any alternative.
okay, sir. Now we couldn't.
It's completely noise or
Now it's okay, sir. Now I could hear your
okay,
voice clearly. Okay, thank you.
okay, okay. Okay, next we can see that now we're facing the COVID, right? So before the COVID, not only drone, robotics, IoT, and AI, they are all not aware about much. Uh, for example, the students are not aware about how the drone we can utilize it, how the robot we can utilize it. They don't know. But this COVID, something, if you ask me something, the positive happened. These technologies are introduced to everyone. You can see in news channels, right? So, how the drones utilized in these COVID situations? Okay, so we used for the surveillance. So we can see that in channels, news channels, something like funny videos. Some people are running behind a drone. So all the police departments are started using the surveillance purpose. So next broadcasting, we also see that somewhere in there is a crowd, they use the drone for the broadcast. So these are all for the social distancing. So we can see the disinfectant spray. So disinfectant spray we sprayed by some organizations or some trust. They started giving to the government and they did the free service to us. We can see that initially in Corona state, everyone used it. And medicine and grocery delivery. In some countries, when there is a lockdown, they started using for emergency purpose. They started delivering the medicine in the road. Temperature check. Yes, we can see that in picture, and someone standing in the balcony, and the drone is going and checking the temperatures. This is how they actually this image is taken from the Chinese. Okay, these are all the drones how they utilized in the COVID situations. Now we come to the topic, actual topic, the opportunities to become an entrepreneur in drone industries. Okay, what are opportunities to become an entrepreneur in drone industry? Uh, so nowadays the drone is growing very well. Right? They are using the all the industries. So I can tell about that. What are the market segments? So in worldwide, in which market? Usually the industries is categorized in the below market. So agriculture, delivery, energy and power source, environmental monitoring, geographic survey, government surveillance, and medical, industrial operations, infrastructure, logistics, mining, and oil and gases, real estate, sports. So these are all the market segments. So in this all the market, the drone is now inevitable. So what is the capacity of drone in money wise? So you can see the infrastructure that basically is around the $45 billion. Uh, Agriculture, so each industry, the transport, media and entertainment, telecommunication, mining, insurance. So this actually evaluated in 2020. So here you can see that the most of the money is going for infrastructure and second comes to the agriculture. So now we come to the topic of drone in agriculture. So how we can going to use the drones in agriculture? First thing, there is a formation of smartphones. Smart farming, we can use IoT, drone, and robotics. Nowadays, we started using in some countries, they started the automated farming. So when it comes to the automated farming, uh, they're using the drone, IoT, and robotics. So here you can see the past there is a machinery and GPS tracking and in 19th century how it works. In present, now we are collecting the data. So usually our technologies work through the data. Now we are in this stage of collecting the data for farm. In future, if you see in future, you can see that it will sense the weather and when we need to supply the water, like that, everything the data will immediately. So drone, yes, when it comes to the drone applications in farming. So how overall we can use the drone in farming. So first is the mapping navigation the drones. If you near after the drone will see the spectrum like that.
Dear participants,
Okay.
there is a network problem, I think.
So we can
Sir, Balaji, sir, there is some problem in your network, I think so. We did, we couldn't hear you properly.
vegetation farmers can understand plant.
Sir,
So we can use the drone for the pesticide spray and dusting
Sir,
dusting spray to maintain the heat. Sorry.
Balaji sir,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. We
Bala-
can.
Balaji sir, we couldn't hear you clearly, sir. Your voice is completely breaking.
One minute. One minute. So my the another director will join. So he can take over because of network issues.
Okay, sir. Okay.
1 minute. He's joining.
Dear participants, please stay connected. There are some network issues. So another resource person will join soon.
Venkatesh,
Okay, sir. So our resource person has arrived. So
yeah, he joined.
yes, okay, sir. So Balaji Vardhan, sir, you can start your presentation.
Yes, thank you. So very good morning, one and all. So I think hope everyone is very safe and healthy. So may I know how many participants today? They can interact with this through chat. Coordinators.
Yes, sir. They can interact.
Sir,
We'll.
sir, 43 candidates are watching now, sir.
Okay, and they
Uh,
can have the Q&A session in the chat box. Is that
uh,
facility
we will
available?
we will paste all the questions in the private chat box, sir. It is
Okay,
available in the home screen, sir. So
okay,
you can read the questions, then you can answer the particular person, sir. No problem, sir.
okay, perfect.
Okay,
Then
so I will
okay,
paste
we
the
are good.
yes, sir. We will paste the questions. We will copy the questions from the participant and paste it in private chat, sir.
Okay, cool.
Okay, sir.
All right. Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
So once again, I think thank you so much for waiting for me, and I was supposed to join by 10:30. So today it's going to be a very interesting topic. For it's about drone farming or drone agriculture. Okay, that's what. So how can agriculture or drone? It is one is very traditional, and drones are very innovative. So how we are going to connect it and how we are going to discuss it today, this is what going to make this session very interesting today. So before going to that, I would like to know, Balaji, you have done with the introduction and applications, or where you have left?
Yeah, I done with the application. Up to application I have done. So you can
Okay,
start from the opportunities from the roles, opportunities.
okay, right, right. Okay, thank you. So before that, I would like to know how many of you have seen drone. Uh, So can you type in comment box yes if you have seen drone, except in the marriage hall or during this COVID you must have seen in the media like drones have been chasing the people who are playing cricket. So other than that, how many people have seen drone? If you have seen drone, kindly type yes in the comment box. Okay, all right. Okay, so generally, yes, before getting into drone agriculture, first let us see how much or what all the application the drone can be make use of. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen. So please kindly someone acknowledge whether you can see my screen now. Everyone can see my screen?
No, sir. No, sir. You can.
Are you sure? What's it showing? Is my voice audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Audible, sir.
Okay. And
You can see the participants' comments in the comments box also, sir. No problem,
yeah,
sir.
yeah, I'm saying that. I'm saying that I can see very interactive session. Most of them I've seen, I've replied yes. So
Yes, sir.
this is how I would like to take this session because this is going to be a very interactive or innovative session. I don't want to be it's like a webinar, like
Okay, sir.
only me giving the presentation. So I would be more happy if we can have very interactive session or have more interesting questions from the audience. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you,
So
sir. Continue.
yes, yeah, thank you. And most of them are from Tamil Nadu, or do you have any other audience, sir?
Sir, most of them Tamil Nadu. Only few, 4 to 5 members only from the abroad, sir.
Okay, no
Ethiopia, like
problem.
that.
Okay, right. Because I thought of going in bilingual. No issues. Okay. So I hope my voice is clear and I'm visible and my presentation is also visible. I think we can get into the session, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So before going to drone, first let's see like general segments, like what all the field or what all the applications that or what are the domains drone is going to interrupt, or drone is going to have a major impact in the future. First one is agriculture, which we are going to talk about now. And secondly, you can see uh, delivery. Like, I think most of the people must have you can see the full presentation, right, sir? Or
Yes, yes.
okay, cool. So second one will be the delivery. So now even Western countries like US and all, even they've started delivering pizzas through drone. Okay, so that's the advancement that we are talking about when it comes to logistic. That is about the delivery. And energy and power. So you must be wondering what drones are going to have an impact on energy and power sector. Yes, the application of drone is going to have a major impact. Like drones would be m- applied to monitor the or to fix the issues, or even to where a human cannot reach at that altitude. Drones will be deployed to use the functionality, also to identify the malfunction and provide the data with the energy and power sector. And environmental monitoring, yes, of course, like bigger scale forest and forest fire and all. Like it takes, the major problem is we don't get an immediate alert, or we don't have an immediate action, so that we go and respond, or we can save the natural resources. But when with the usage of drone, we'll get a periodical data, and also we can have an alarm system kind of thing, so where the issue will be addressed very immediately, and it can be put up at the initial stage itself. And geographical survey, yes, the major application of drone, it's going to be the 3D mapping. This is one which is going to be used in the real estate and construction sector also. And for government, yes, government, it will be like for the surveillance as well as for the broadcast. So now during this COVID, thanks to COVID, we must have almost got to know the usage of drone. Otherwise, we would have seen only drones in the marriage halls, or some other purpose. But during this COVID, even in Chennai, countries like India or states like Tamil Nadu and Chennai and all, corporation have been used. Drones have been used in major metropolitan city, or with the, it has helped the police department or frontline workers a lot for the broadcast, for the surveillance, as well as for even for spraying the sterilized chemicals to the skyscrapers building and all. So that's the purpose of drones with the government and federal. And humanitarian aid, yes. Example, now, even though with the advancement and all, but if there is going to be a crisis, or if there's going to be an accident, only way to reach the spot is through ambulance. Though this is the traditional method, or uh, most of the countries differ from the time frame to reach the accident spot. But wherein, with the same technology has been replaced with the drone, so we don't have to be worried on the traffic or disturb the other life or other activities of the road transport, right? So this is one futuristic drone application which is going to have a major impact in terms of delivering the first aid kit, or in terms of addressing the accident spot, or reaching the accident spot. So all these things will have a major impact. And for industrial operation, there are a lot of industries is going to be started, or implemented with the help of drone technology, in terms of monitoring, in terms of operations and all. There's going to be major impact in industrial operation, as well as with the infrastructure development. And logistics, as we have already mentioned, it is going to have or provide data on a periodical thing, and also it can monitor, and it can calculate the time frame. So all these things will be done with the help of drone technology. And mining, so the biggest threat to the human, it will be of mining, right? So there are a lot of human loss, or the possibility of accident, or losing the human life, it's very high in the field of mining and all. Or even we must have seen news. I think a couple of months back, even in India or states like Kerala, there was a landslide, and most of the people have been buried, right? So in such cases, to identify the human life, or even with the mining and all, where human cannot reach, there is depreciation for atmospheric air and all. So in those areas, drones can be deployed, so we can have the data, and those specific autonomous functional drones can be implemented and deployed, so that we'll also have save time, also save so much of human life. And similarly with the oil and gas industry and real estate, as I've already told you, it is going to have a major impact, because now even in India, people have started using drones for 3D mapping and all, geo survey and all these things. The people have started promoting even the real estate only with the drone camera and all. So that's the level of marketing or advertisement that we are talking about, not only in terms of marketing and advertisement, but also in the real time application, like to survey or to do the land survey, and all this data on that, it can be easily done through drone. And sports and racing, as you must have already seen, the advancements of drone camera, or the drone technology, it's the one field which we can say it has already started adopting, or already started using the drone technology to the optimal level, would be like sports, right? So for example, cricket, like the view, or the point of view that we have been viewing from our childhood, it's entirely different now. We can see a different view of all the shots played by the batsman, even from the bowler, or the entire stadium and all, right? So that's the advancement that we are talking about. And also, not only restricted to cricket or any Olympic game or any athletics and all. So instead, we had very tough time, or the cameras, the moving camera, the running, it's been very challenging for all the media people to cover the moving object or the moving sportsman. But wherein in terms of drone, it's been very made very easy or very simple, and also it's a beautiful feast to our eyes. So in general, it's the worldwide market segment that a drone is going to interrupt is like starting from agriculture till sports, or medical healthcare to industrial operation. It's going to have a very huge or major impact. So now, as a student, or as a scholar, or as a research scholar, you must I don't have to tell you the importance of learning the drone technology or upgrading yourself to you're all engineering graduates, there is no doubt about it. But still, if you wanted to have or to be placed in the first in terms of employability skills, or in terms of research and development, it's very necessary for you to keep you updated with the 21st century technology skills like drones, IoT, and artificial intelligence, robotics, and 3D printing, right? So, whenever there is an opportunity, grab it or learn from it. And moreover, one interesting part with all these drones and 21st century technology skill, nobody has mastered in that. So, everyone is very new, and we can start from where we are, and we can learn and we can master in that. So that is the beauty of the drone, as well as other technologies that we are talking about. So market potential in India, this is a small data. I mean, you can just have a screenshot of it, or you can just have an overview. So we have only spoke about the market segment in the previous slide, but in the current slide, you can see, like in the infrastructure domain, like how much billion, 45.2 billion is the market value in, specifically in India. We are not talking about any other foreign countries. And with the logistics, it is 13 billion. And media and entertainment, as I said, including the sports and all, it's 8.8 billion. And telecommunication, it is 6.3. And mining, it is 4.3. And insurance, it is 6.8. And surveillance and security, it is 10.5. And market value for agriculture is 32 point, which is a very, very phenomenal or remarkable number that we are talking about. So but எல்லாருமே யோசிக்கலாம் why how come it will be like used, like how drone technology will be used in the farming, right? So now, to be honest, like all the farmers, or including the developed countries like US or China, or Latin America and all, where they've been already used huge machines, or things like most advanced machine for harvesting and all. Still, it is very tough for the farmer to adopt, because now they are going to the transformation stage. No, we won't say that they've fully adopted or they're not accepting the change, but right now they are in the middle of the transformation. So I would like to have a small the graphical representation. Like you can see, like in 19th century and all, everyone had this the manual plowing method for agriculture, like with the cattle. No, like Western country, they used horse and other cattle. In countries like India and all, we used I mean, we deployed cow and buffalo and ox and all. So later on in 1980s, there was like a revolution that is like genetically modified crop culture has been introduced. And in early 2000s, you must have seen it is like machineries and GPS tracking with the tractors and that's the first level of IoT or the smart agriculture that's been used. So this is with the past, this where it was manual, then it was done through biogenetics, and then through machinery and GPS tracking. So present, the farmer or the end user here, in terms of agriculture, the end user is the farmer. So more most of the farmers, like even countries like irrespective of Thailand or China or India or Mexico or US, California, wherever it is, the, the farmers are in the most confused state, because they are being overwhelmed by data that we provided by the media or provided by the they themselves, right? Because they have, everyone is very very much aware to the technology, and everyone is used to the Android, as well as the smartphone, as well as internet. But so they have access, or they can see the advancement in the agriculture, but also they cannot leave the traditional method. So this is the present mindset of the farmer. But in the future, I'll come to this slide at the end. So now we can see about the main criteria, like agriculture. Okay, farming, when you take farming, or when you take only agriculture as a subject, and specifically in agriculture, what are the different application drones can be deployed. So these are the things that we are going to talk about for the next 10 minutes. And I'm going to share a few videos that where the real time pesticide spraying drone have been used in foreign countries as well as in our own nation. And we will be moving on to the Q&A session. So that's the simple agenda for the today's program. So if you are very clear until now, I would like to see your attentiveness. You can type yes in the comment box, so I can proceed for the next session. You can type yes if you are okay to go ahead for the next session. All right. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Most of the people have responded. So yes, now we can go for the. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the response. I'm really excited that you're all active. So yes, first application, like mapping and surveying drones. So that's like, as I said, drone is an innovative product, or it's an innovative equipment that we can take. But if we're going to add a specific feature, or the specific function to that drone, it is going to have a major impact, or it can function, or it can do that specific function. So this is what we're going to talk. And specifically for the mapping and surveying drones, These kind of drones are equipped with infrared camera sensors. So these camera or these sensors allow the drone to see the spectrum of light that plants use to observe light for the photos. So with this technology, in a wider scale of a field or crop culture, we can easily survey the nutrition or the health condition of the crop. So the traditional method was we the farmer or the any other expert, they'll have to go and they have to do it manually. Like for example, it's going to be a wider, like 10 or 20 hectares of tea cultivation or any other crop similar to that. So it's been very tedious job to analyze and to get the data of the health or nutrition of that particular crop. But this can be easily done with the mapping and surveying drones. So the technology used has been infrared camera sensors. So this is one major application that drones are going to be used in the farming. And then with the data, so this data with the health data, it's going to be there's something called normalized difference vegetation index. This data can be easily used or it can be manipulated and can be analyzed, so that the farmer will analyze or the farmer will get an idea how much fertilizer or how much pesticide or when is the harvesting period. So all these things will be easily manipulated, or it will be easily provide data for the end user, which is like, whereas it is farmer in this such case. And how it is like software analysis can be used to change values in order to reflect the specific crop type. So and at which stage the crop is in and what is the health condition, and all these things will be easily identified with the GPS enabled drone. So this allows the farmer to have a better plan, as I said, like how much water has to be irrigated, and how when is the harvesting period, and the fertilizer usage and all. So this all these things will be easily done with this kind of drone. And next major application would be the crop dusting or spraying to maintain yields with proper fertilization and pesticide application. So this has been majorly used in most of the countries in across the globe, as we spoke about. So initially, spraying or fertilizer as well as pesticide spraying was done manually. So later on, it was small machines have been invested. Even then, there are a lot of threats. There are a lot of threats for the farmer, where they will have more proximity, or they will have more threat for the infectious disease, or any other the hazardous animals or snake bites, all such kind they are prone to, right? So but all these things can be avoided with the help of drone. And also the time taken for a manual farmer to cover an entire area through the pesticide spraying, this will be easily replaced by drone with the minimal, like for example, we would say it won't even take 15 minutes to 20 minutes for to covering that entire crop or entire 1 hectare. So this is what the advancement that we are talking about. But to come to this stage, previously, like it was done through manual, and then with the countries like US, or where there was like large scale cultivation and all for maize and all, you must have seen in many movies, they will use a small airplanes, or the small uh, aeroplane kind of thing to spray the pesticide or fertilizers and all. But the drones that we are talking about, it can carry the reservoir, or it can lift up to 5 liters. I mean, starting from 5 liters to 25 to 35 liters now people are working on. So that will go, if you can, we have both the operation with either it will be piloted, or if you can map it initially, and if you can program it, the autonomous drone will automatically go and do the pesticide spraying, uniform spraying across the field, and it will come back to the station. So these are the two kinds of drone that is currently being used in terms of pesticide spraying for in agriculture. And one more thing is this irrigation management drone. So how come a drone will be used to help the irrigation method? Or because IoT, yes, it is acceptable because we can easily the sensors will send an alert to the farmers so that he can stop the pump or the water irrigation and all. But with the drone we can easily monitor, or we can easily see the clear view or the pictures of where there is a lot of water or water pooling in one particular area of the field, or where there is an insufficient soil moisture. So these kind of data can be easily analyzed with this kind of drone, that is called irrigation management drone. So this is yet another advancement which is going to save farmers a lot of water wastage, so that can be avoided, and also the time. And the traditional method was when there is no you cannot see if one piece of land is lacking water or soil moisture, that can the farmer will have no idea until the crop is the deficient, or that particular piece of land is not well nutrient or it's not well grown. But these things can be avoided at the initial stage with the help of irrigation management drone. So that will give a clear idea of this piece of land is lacking in soil moisture content, or it is lack of water irrigation. So the farmer, the end user, will go and address it at the initial stage. So wherein, so the crop cultivation or the yield will be more, rather than waiting for that entire year or the entire season, and you see a very insufficient nutrition or the growth of the crop. This can be easily addressed with the irrigation management drone. So this is one yet another wonderful advancement with drones in agriculture. So apart from this, what are the applications? Like we have seen, like we have generally spoke about, okay, the end user, the here we have spoke about only the drones, like farmers, the usage of drone and all. But how come agriculture, or how come the application of drones in agriculture is going to have a major impact for the society or for the country? So this is what we can talk now. Before that, there's something most of the people who must have known about drone, they must have heard about the company name DJI drone in China. So this is a top drone manufacturer in across globe. So that company has evaluated the drone agriculture market at 75 million during the launch in 2006. This is the data I'm talking about is 4 years back. I'm not even saying that it is like right now. It is like 4 years back. So now we can see the market for agriculture at now it will be almost more than that. I would say it is like twice the time or thrice the time more than that, because everyone needs food, and whatever the advancement in the technology, no one can replace food, or no one can grow food in any other method. So in such case, this is the advancement that we are talking about. Now I'll share you a few videos, like, because you must have seen, sir, you're talking only about drones and all, like how the drones would be like, or how application of drones is there. I'll share you one video. It is an open source video. It's available in the YouTube. You can also check. Is my screen visible, Balaji?
No, not yet.
Okay. Still, you can see a lot of questions in the comment. We would be happy to answer all the question. We have almost come to the end. Another 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, hold on. Is it visible now? No? Okay. Now, Balaji? Is it visible now? Balaji, can you see my screen?
No, it's not
Yes,
sharing. Yeah, okay, okay. It's running.
Okay. So you can easily see. So this is in China, like, first they would map the area to be covered. So that will have the measurement, the entire perimeter of the field. So this would be the structure. So this is how the drone will analyze the data in the zigzag format. So you can see the uniformity, like it can spray very uniform. Even if with the manual thing, it's very tough, or it's very challenging to cover the entire crop, or the almost 95% of the crop. But with this kind of drone, you can see the nozzles. So this can be uh, customized based on the requirement of the crop, or based on the requirement of the fertilizer or pesticide spray. So this, either the crop needs only 2 nozzles or 4 or 6, that can be easily customized based on the crop and the time. So this is how they can, it's very easy to dismantle. So you can reach the time, or you can imagine the time where the manual, the difference between the manual spray as well as with the advanced drone farming. So most of the people must have an idea, or have some questions like, how come a farmer can afford to such a big expensive drone and all, right? So no, but as initial stages, uh, we're going to have an hub kind of thing. So where the farmers will come and rent the usage of drone. They are not going to own the drone, because we are going to rent it. So that this kind of service community hub, or the rental hubs, can be deployed in every rural part of our country, so that every farmer will have an access, or will get an more chances of usage of this drone. So there are few companies in India also who have done that. So here you can see for a few enthusiastic people from Andhra, one of the states in India. They themselves have developed this kind of drone. So this is not China and all. So this has horizontal knobs, and this is for Indian crops like grain. So in our own company, we are also, we are working on agriculture-based drone. It's in a prototype level. So we have signed up MOA with uh, our own institute. We are very happy to announce that today. So we are developing this drone not as a company. We are going to jointly work with the innovators, young innovators, the students as well as research scholars, and then we're going to give this effective product to the market or to the farmers, because we don't mind taking credit as an innovator, because this technology has to be reached to wider range of people or to the farmers. That's when the real purpose or the real has been met, right? So this is one thing we can talk, and finally we can talk about the USP. What are the unique selling point? So first one, it's about the controlling pest and plant disease vector. So as I said, it is going to have a direct impact on improved crop and livestock yield. So when drones have been deployed in agriculture and it is going to control pest and plant disease vector, so it's going to have a major impact on the improved cultivation or improved livestock yield also. So similarly with the quality of the crop and quality of the livestock, it would be easily done. And invasive species control, like for example, this locust attack happened during this lockdown. So nobody had any idea or any preventive measures to stop that. Only way we had was to fight it back. But even with our own technology, with the existing technology, we had very tough time in fighting with the locust. But during that tough time also, drones as the only technology has been used to deviate or to fight that locust attack. So this is what I'm talking about. So the invasive species does not mean locust and all, because locust, they always come in a huge mob and all. But even a minor species, like, we can easily get the data and we can easily deviate it. So these are the major application or the major USP of applying drone with this technology. And human life saved and suffering reduced, as we have said. With the traditional method, whenever a farmer goes to water irrigation or pesticide spray during the late night hours, or during the daytime also, there is a threat for human loss for the with the snake bite or any other sufferings, right? So all these things can be avoided, or this can be minimized with the use of this kind of technology. And similarly with the animal, like cattle life also, because most of the farmers, they also have a farmhouse or the cattle thing. So now there is a technology with IoT where the sensors has been placed with the cattle. So the farmer can easily monitor the movement of the cattle, and also you can easily monitor the movement of cattle with the drone surveying method also. So with this level, you can easily prevent the cattle prone to the electric shock, or it's going to the other farmers land. So all these things can so even not only with the, we can save human life and you can minimize the human suffering, it can also save animal life, and it can also minimize the cattle suffering also. So, and also diseases contained. For example, if there is going to be we can easily see whenever there is an attack, or when there is an disease for a crop that spreads from one village to next village, right? Because there is no measures or there is no preventive measures to avoid that crop. For example, if there is going to be a flower or any other crop, if it is affected by one particular vector, it easily spreads to the next farm, and even it goes to the next village. But with the drone farming or with the drone surveying method, when you can easily identify, analyze, and prevent it at the initial stage itself, we can stop that spreading from that particular farm, or we can contain that in that particular farm or within that particular village, so that it will not go spread on a larger scale. So these are the major USPs. There are a lot of other things that we can talk about for a long time, but with this hour, I think we can stop with this USPs. And there are other things which I would like to share, because not only USPs, we also have there is indirect benefits to the nation also, right? Because whenever there is a crop, or whenever there is an uh, crop cultivation, or when there is a superb growth in farming or agriculture, obviously this is going to have an impact with the export of the nation, right? So the community also gets benefit, or even the nation also get benefit. So these things can be easily done, because the farm and agri business revenue, both in a small circle as well as in a higher scale, that's going to have a major I'm talking about the community benefits. We spoke about primary benefit, so I would like also give you a few slide on the community benefit also, secondary benefit also. So in that secondary benefit, the first one that we can talk about is farm and agri business revenue, and secondly, nutrition and health improved. As I said, with the drone technology, the crop cultivation or the nutrition of the crop can be timely monitored and timely addressed, which will result in a very nutritious and healthy crop. And food safety and security, of course, these three major points is going to have an communal benefits, the community benefits, like agribusiness revenue, nutrition and a healthy crop, and safety, food safety and security, that can be done. So these are the secondary benefits to the community. And there are certain secondary benefits to the nation across India as well. Well, one would be the workforce productivity increase. As we said, when you do this job with the manual, there is it's going to be a time consuming and also threat to human life. Whereas the workforce productive will be increased, so that it obviously impacts with the crop cultivation also. And this again will have a major impact on the increased export revenue. And NAE, which you say national agriculture economy, that index will have the rise. The graph will go high when all this technology have been come in place. And globally benefit, like we spoke about community and we spoke about national benefit, and of course with the global benefit through UN or sustainable development goals and all. One of the things is with the healthy food, and to deprive the poverty and all. So for that, it will be assured safe and diverse food supply. Like every nation or every farmer, if they have been prone or if they have been given an opportunity to use this technology to the maximum, it will result in the healthy and nutritious food, and also the increased amount of food that we can harvest. So that will result in very assured, safe, and diverse food supply across the globe. And it will also create an impact in less greenhouse gas, because through manual spraying and all, a lot of indirect hazards with the greenhouse gas effects and all, which is a different subject, with which results in the atmospheric or climate change alone. But right now, so this technology, it will give us a very less greenhouse gas and reduced civil unrest. Globally, as we spoke about, the human would have a very proper or very balanced work-life balance, because work-life balance has been more emphasized or more spoken about in other fields like IT sector, or education sector, or any other healthcare sector and all. Like people work on shift, and then they take week off, and then they have activities. They keep their mind and body and spirit and healthy. But when it comes to farmer, nobody is bothered about the work-life balance. But because it's about the time, because the farmer has to go to the farm during the night to check the water irrigation, or if it is going to be a rainy season, he'll go and again do the monitoring to, to release excess water. So all such kind is when the farmer, if we going to introduce this technology to the farmer, so again the farmer will also have a work life balance, or the reduced civil unrest, the global term, that we can give to the farmer, so that the farmer will also have a proper work life balance like we people do. So with this note, I would like to end this session. So now it's time for Q&A session. So either we can unmute and you can ask questions from us, or you can type, or some convener or moderator of this session can go for Q&A. We have another 15 minutes time. We can have
So they can post their comment in comment box only, so they can't unmute and answer.
they cannot unmute another. Okay, no problem. So you can type, or someone can read out the question. We'll be happy to answer you.
Sir, Shatish Kumar is asking that what type of softwares they are using in drone.
Yeah, we basically using the software like there is some flight controller. We use flight control for flying the drone. There is a lot of flight controllers available. NASA, CC3D, Pixel, like that. That is enough for that. This is for the flying the drone. But what is his question exactly? In case we are using the payload like Agri drone, uh, Agri drone or some other things we are adding in the drone as a payload, then we have to use some software like a Raspberry. We have to use a chip like Raspberry, Arduino, like that. There is some advanced chips also.
Okay, so one more question. They're asking that any smart farming farmers are there in Tamil Nadu or South India using agri-based drones.
No, actually, as of now, there is no one is using in Tamil Nadu because it's a major reason is the cost. The cost of the drone is around minimum starts with 3.5 lakh. The Agri drone, and one more thing, we are all getting export from the Chinese. So that is the only reason. But now, and Asimo Global Technologies and Mohammed Sadek and collaborated to develop the Agri drone in the cheap cost. Soon, we expecting the soon the next year we can start the manufacturing from our own Tamil Nadu itself.
Yes, sir. So next question, Saurav Ranjan asking that what are the other applications rather than the spraying?
Sorry?
What are the other applications of the drone rather than spraying?
No. There is a need of spraying for the agriculture. So we are using the nozzles for the spraying. Uh, what do you want to implement? We can alternate that. For example, as I said, there is a infrared to watch the light absorbs like that. What is our need? We can change the technology.
Okay, sir. And Ganeshan has asked that can you please tell the minimum price of the drone to
Yeah,
use in
for the
agriculture?
agri or general,
For
yeah, that
agri purpose.
agriculture, yeah. For agriculture, as of now, we are using the export product one. So that is minimum 5 liter cost 3.5 lakh. So 10 liter comes around 7 lakhs, and 15 liters comes around 10 lakhs. Like that. But we, as I said, we are trying to develop the own drone in Tamil Nadu in around below than 2 lakhs.
Next, Ravi Samikanno has asked that can you please explain how the drones can be used in mining industries?
Yeah, mining industry is nothing but they use for the uh, depth to know the depth of the as of now depth how much it is depth and to watch continuously. Is there any going to happen like sliding like that? As we said that there is a 3D mapping technology. So 3D mapping technology is used in the drone to mark our latitude. So we can mark our latitude and keep on watching that. For example, if you have a 1 acre land, if you mark it by the 3D mapping, and the drone will fly automatically, it will surround that, it will fly throughout that 1 acre and it comes back and give you the data.
Okay, sir. Next question. Manoj Shyam was asking that whether the drone is used for a harvesting purpose.
No, as of now, there is no harvesting purpose. Harvesting means you are asking seeding, sowing like that, right?
Yes, sir.
Harvesting is a different. Harvesting drone has nothing to do with harvesting, but we can do the surveying of the harvesting process. But drones cannot be directly deployed for harvesting. Drone means it's an unmanned aerial vehicle. Its functionality is in the air, not in the terrain. But for harvesting, there are a lot of machines, or there are a lot of agri bots, tractor, or the large scale tractors have been deployed, or with the IoT technology, it's been made as a smart bot or a smart agri bot. So that's where the harvesting purpose agri bots might be used, not the drones.
Sir, MD Sajid had asked, how can we improve the battery performance?
I think someone has already answered it from the audience. So, actually, the major threat, not only for countries like India, even in China or UK, or the major threat in for the drone functionality is the battery timing. So that has been already, there is no solution. There is no proper thing for a long run of the drone. But now people are working on a solar powered drone or an autonomous drone with a long, battery life for the long time running. Even there is a team in MIT. They are working on that.
So next, one more question. They're asking whether any entrepreneur training available in India related to drone.
Actually, we would love to answer that. Our own company is very sooner. We're going to have an incubation center in our own institute. So where we'll have scope for drone fabrication, drone training, as well as drone piloting. So we are going to have it as an combined courses. And there are a lot of other companies that you can identify, and you can choose from your own state or from your own city. It is not only B company that we do that, but in Tamil Nadu, in Chennai, we are happy to say that we would be the only company to do that. But we can people from other state or other city, we can go for it. You can look for the proper training academy, and you can go for it.
Okay, sir. Karan Mohan is asking that whether we need to get a permission from government to fly drone.
Yes, of course, because everyone has to register. You cannot just buy, and you cannot use drone as a toy. So there's a civil aviation authority called DGCA. So that in that everyone has to register the drone, whether you use it for educative purpose or commercial or for training purpose. Your every drone or every you have to register in that, and there are certain regulations depending on country to country. For example, in Iran, it's a different rules and regulation. In US, it's a different regulation, and in India, in Thailand, in China, It's because there is a government body, or there is an because this is a new innovative technology. There is also a threat involved in usage of drone. So when you go and spray a drone in your particular land, the next farmer is not going to be happy, right? So there are a lot of things. There are a lot of practical challenges that we have to overcome. There are a lot of regulation. There are a lot of policy and compliances to be implemented, which in India it has been in a formulate. It's in process. There is no structured, or there is no, you know, already established rules and regulations. But it will be come up very sooner.
So, one more question, sir. So from Alka, is drone spraying legally allowed in India? And the
So
average distance between agriculture drones and the crops? How to calculate?
that's
I think so. How to calculate the distance? She's asking.
that's what I have answered now. So yes, for Agri, yes, we can do that. So even the R&D company or commercial companies, yes, we can do that. So the altitude, it is customized, depends on the crop culture. If it is going to be paddy, it has to be very close. If it has to be a tea or tea culture, I mean tea crops and all, it's somewhat, higher level. So all these things, it's customized based on the crop.
So, any other questions from the participant side?
If it is no other question, we had very interesting question, and the audience will also be very attentive. They are very.
Sir, yes, good afternoon, everybody. On behalf of Mohammed Satak AJ College of Engineering, Chennai, and Mohammed Satak Engineering College, Kilakarai, I thank our chief guest, Mr. Balaji Varadan and Mr. Balaji Marisamy, for gracing their precious time and sharing their wonderful experience in the field of agri entrepreneurship drone. It was a very informative session, sir. We updated ourselves with the recent trending topics. We look forward to see you again for the upcoming webinars. Thank you, sir. I
You're
thank
most
both the
welcome.
principals, Dr. K.
Thank
Srinivasan,
you.
sir, Dr. Mohammed Sharif, sir, Head and Technology Center and Research, Dr. I. Manju, ma'am, and our HODs, Mr. C. Venkatesh, sir, and Dr. S. Bhubalan, sir, and my dear colleagues for giving their constant support in organizing these types of webinars. And on my own behalf, I extend a very hearty thanks to all the participants for gracing your important work and sharing your findings with us and opinion today. Once again, I thank you all for making this webinar a grand success. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you for this opportunity. I thank Principal Manju ma'am and everyone, and every coordinator, and all other members with the panel. And
Sir, one more question from the audience side. Can be used in indoors?
no, definitely not. It is not safe to fly a drone in indoor legally.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, thank you so much for the audience also for being very attentive, and also for the interesting question. We'll see you in the next session. Until then, stay safe. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Bye bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.